So I decided I had enough, and after Darling's balls were smashed into puree by her abusive partner to a point she could not walk, I went to the police station. Despite being in London, an uber LGBT-friendly city, police officers did not take me seriously and were actually laughing their tits off. After I got angry and demanded that they took action, they said if it were really abuse and not some BDSM shenanigans, for which I was too vanilla, the abused party would have to come over to the station and press charges herself. I decided the time has come to speak with Darling. By that time, Mistress's luxurious flat was turned into a real neckbeard nest. I believe Mistress was a hoarder, like a clinical hoarder, because of one kind of funny episode. One of the house rules was not touching our stuff, we're not touching yours. The bedroom I was having was stuffed with boxes and bags up to the ceiling. I shit you not. The stench was too horrific to bear, so I quickly found the culprit. Buried under the piles of designer clothes, I found 11 bags of trash. Food trash, with maggots and shit. After this exciting discovery, I rushed into the guest bathroom to throw up, but stepped on one of Mistress's dildos, slipped, and crashed into the bathroom. For 3 minutes, I tried to stop the blood flow pouring out the hideous gash on my knee. Cussing, I returned to the room, and hence commenced the walk of shame. Me taking those maggot-infested, stinking bags out of the flat and into the wheelie bins downstairs, wearing fluffy baby blue PJs soiled by all the blood coming out from my knee. After the shitty business was done with, I decided to make myself a mug of tea. The fridge was always stank to the high heaven, but considering what I just went through, I decided that not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear fluffy PJs, and tried to find the source of the stench. I found it all right. Our story takes place in 2015. Well, brace yourselves. I found a pack of scallops with the end date of 2010. If I were braver, I would have known to the world as the person who discovered a new life form. Evening draws nigh, and here comes Mistress, Darling, and Chad, a new character in Mistress's designated husbandole. I'm too angry to pretend to be nice, so I slip into my bedroom. In a few minutes, Mistress, who never knocked anyway, storms into the room, fuming. Mistress! What did you do to the scallops? Me. I threw them away. Mistress. You did what? They are Chad's favorites! I was going to cook them tonight! Me. You cannot eat something that went out of date 5 years ago. At this point, Mistress is having something that can only be described as an autistic meltdown. She slams her puffy fists into the walls and kicks the boxes, and at this point I am shielding myself with a waifu pillow. Darling rushes in and tries to calm her down, but Mistress is not having any of it. She slaps Darling across the face and keeps screaming and punching air. Then she knows that some of the clothes are folded in a stack and the trash bags are missing. Mistress. What did you do to my bags? I'm having a hard time breathing as she stands too close to me, and her fishy, yes, fishy smell is overbearing. Me. If you're talking about the garbage bags, then I threw them away. Mistress screams an ultrasound and runs out of the room. I can hear her sobbing in the living room. Darling comes over and says we have to go to the wheelie bin and get the bags back. I refuse. There are fucking maggots in there. Apparently, amid the garbage and maggots, there was her MTG collection. Who the fuck knew? I realized that if I did not go, Darling will have to do it all by herself, so I begrudgingly agree. While we were looking through the garbage like two meth addicts, I ask about Chad. Me. Who is Chad? Darling. He'll be our boyfriend. He'll be living with us. Me. I never thought you were bi. Darling. I don't think I am. Me. Then why are you letting her basically cheat on you? Darling. It's not like that. She loves me. And with him, it'll just be sex. Me. Enraged. Fuck, dude, it ain't love. She's just beating the hell out of you, and don't get me started on the BDSM thing. This isn't BDSM. It's abuse. Darling started to cry. You don't understand. Me. What's your safe word, huh? Darling. Eric Brock, please! You don't understand! I hate my thing. I hate my testes. I'm a freak of nature. She loves me, no one else would. Me. If you hate your penis and testes so much, why not go for the surgery? You're lying to as far as I can remember. And NHS will pay for it, not you. So what's the problem? Darling, well, I wanna, but Mistress won't like it. Me. Screaming, then fuck her! And just like that, I stopped ravaging through the garbage and I slammed the bin lid. I get back to the apartment, sick to my stomach and upset. Darling did not lie. Chad was going to take care of Mistress's special needs. What amazes me to this day is that Mistress was obese, hairy, war-covered, sweaty, and greasy neckbeard whose groin and feet stank to the high heaven, and Chad was... Chad, you know, 6'1", muscular blonde guy with unrelenting sexual appetite. Maybe it was just his thing, I don't know. So now Mistress is riding Chad 24/7, everywhere in her bedroom, in the living room, in the kitchen, in both bathrooms, but one night I was having this nightmare of a herd of hippos stomping over me. This nightmare turned out to be Mistress and Chad fucking right on top of my bed, where I was sleeping. But I'll continue with that in the next part.